I am going to be talking about a very, very personal thing today, and that is the idea of beauty. Hi there, you gorgeous, gorgeous people. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I hope quarantine is treating you well. I am going to be talking about a very, very personal thing today, and that is the idea of beauty. And the reason I'm doing this is because while the world is talking about the earth healing, we healing as people, and so many beautiful things that are going to come about through this quarantine, I realize that not all of us feel beautiful during this time. A lot of people are going through a phase where they don't feel their usual self. And the reason I'm saying this is because while I was having a conversation with a friend, she just casually said, I don't feel too good, I feel ugly. I don't feel beautiful at all. I have nowhere to dress up to. I don't have any place to go. And I realized that people who had bad body images, it's going to be harder for them. Or for people with eating disorders, this is going to be extremely hard for them. It wouldn't be right to just let it pass like an ordinary thing, because it isn't. And that's what drove me to make the video and talk to you about how we can use this time to actually build ourselves, build each other, and get out of it stronger as more confident individuals. Just to start off, I'd like to ask you, what does beauty mean to you? If you have to just think about something, how would you describe beauty? Like for me, beauty is what you see and perceive in another person to be pleasing. The moment you say when you perceive, it becomes a very subjective thing, meaning what you look at as beauty is not what I look at as beauty. So when you look into the mirror, if you see a certain flaw in yourself, that is what you are looking at. It's very subjective. It's not what the world sees. A third person will see something entirely different. And the reason I'm saying this is because a couple of months ago, I saw a video of 12 or 20 different Photoshop artists given one picture of a girl. And they were supposed to make this girl beautiful according to what they believe is beautiful. Somebody made this girl darker, somebody made her fairer, somebody gave her Southeast Asian features, somebody made her have freckles, somebody made her plumpier. So we realized that geographically the idea of beauty is different. It's very, very different, And where does this idea come from? This idea is a manufactured concept that is brought to us by brands, by advertising. They make these perfect images and then sell it to us. How? Through marketing. Huge amount of money is being spent for you to believe that this is beauty, for you to accept a particular standard as beautiful. And I can say this because I come from the ad field. I have been working in the ad industry for really long, and I'm an ad filmmaker myself. And I have seen what goes into the production of these beautiful images that you see on billboards, look at and say, wow, that's beautiful, that's what I want to be, that's what I want to look like. That's exactly why ads do that. They want you to look like that person and buy their product and tell you that the way to reach this ideal is through this little product. So buy this product, All these beautiful images that you see on screen is created, and I can tell you because I have experienced this firsthand, is created by a group of people who come together to make this model look beautiful. After every shot, every take, a group of makeup artists come together, set this person's hair, do the touch up of their face. After every shot, she's made to look perfect. And after that, a board of people come together and with mutual consensus decide that this is the perfect image that needs to go out, that the world needs to see. And after all of this is done, this goes to a post-production team which further touches up this picture, makes it look absolutely perfect. There is no beauty like what you see in these images. They do not exist. The same way when it comes to films, you have after every take, you have your makeup artist, you have your hairstylist come together, put this look together, a look that has been researched. An entire crew has accepted and said, okay, this is the look for this model. And once she carries on that look with dignity and grace, it goes to your post-production team who further cleans up the face, and then you get to see that image. So when you're sitting in your couch looking at an image and saying, oh wow, that is beauty, that is not. That is the hard work of a lot of people who've come together to make that possible. And you watch this and say, oh, I want to be that. That person that you are watching is not that. Okay, so this manufactured ideal of beauty is what we need to stop looking at, stop wanting to be. I have in my career seen so many people who've gone under the knife, who've changed the way that they look, who've dieted, who are anorexic, and they're doing all of this to look a certain way. Whereas I don't say no to going hitting the gym, or I don't say makeup is wrong, because if this is your body and you get to decide what you want to do with your body, don't let anybody dictate beauty to you. So if you feel confident wearing makeup, go ahead and wear that makeup. Don't let anybody dictate your terms. But when you go back home and when you like wipe off that makeup and look into the mirror, do you feel beautiful? No. If you don't feel beautiful, then there lies the issue. That is something we need to work on, and that is something we need to change. In fact, when I was growing up, a lot of people used to say, oh, you're chubby, you're chubby, you're chubby. But now when I look back at my pictures like 5-10 years ago or even 2 years ago, I'm like, that is the person I want to be. I don't want to be somebody else. 2 years back, I look absolutely brilliant, That's a perception that everybody has. If you look at your pictures, say 2-3 years ago, I'm sure you'd say, oh, that person was perfect. So always remember, 10 years from now, you're going to look at this person that you are today and idealize and want to be this person. So remember that and just cherish what you have right now. So I'm going to give you a couple of things that have worked for me. It has worked for so many other people, and maybe it would work for you. And if it does, there would be nothing that would make me happier. So the first thing is that you need to go in front of the mirror. Look at yourself. Everything that's ordinary, that you think is not ideal in you. That could be your love handles, that could be your skin color, that could be you being too fat, that could be you being flat chested, anything. And this goes not just for the women, it goes for the men as well, because ideals of beauty holds good for both. Look at them and see the stories it tells you. Every single mark on your body, every single feature in your body tells a story. Your skin color is the legacy that you carry. It tells you your culture, it tells you where you come from, it gives you a whole background, a whole history. You need to be proud of that. Your hair color, your hair texture, all of that talks about you as a person, talks about you, your history, the legacy that you are carrying from generations. That's what genetics is, isn't it? I'm just saying everybody's body is a different story, and you need to embrace that story. You need to look at yourself, look at everything you consider to be a flaw, and tell yourself, it is okay, this is me. Nothing can change that. And I love this person. You need to say it out loud. Only when you say it out loud do you believe in it. You're going to say, I love this person that I am today. I love this person that I'm looking into the mirror. Just appreciate everything you see. From the bottom of your heart, be genuine, be honest, appreciate it. Just as you would when you look at a stranger. You look at a stranger and all of a sudden you're like, wow, such beautiful hair. Appreciate yourself. It's the same thing. And when you start doing that, you will notice a huge change in the way you look at yourself, in the way you perceive yourself. That is one way. And that is something that everyone should do. If you are struggling with a bad body image, if you are struggling with self-confidence issues, talking to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, starting to acknowledge everything that you are is extremely important. Now coming to the second thing, and this is of utmost importance. Your idea of beauty comes because of all the things that has been advertised. If you are from India, you would know that we are sold Fair and Lovely creams. Let me just repeat myself. Fair and lovely, meaning if you are fair, you are lovely. And they are selling this to the Indian people who are rich in color, rich in life. Our ads sell us the idea that if you are fairer, you get jobs. If you are fairer, life is just simpler. And as much as we want to believe that it's rubbish, these ads create the notion that if you are dark, there is something wrong with you. And that is inherently morally wrong. And how do you get rid of these ideas that have formed over time, not just in you but in society at large? You start feeding yourself with realistic ideas. And how do you do that? Start following social media influencers like plus size models. Start following people who are rich in color and who are doing extremely well. Follow Patricia Bright, she's amazing. Follow Naomi Campbell. Follow Nandita Das. Find people who are real and authentic and follow them, so that when you open social media, you are not blinded with social media influencers and so many of their lives, which I don't mean to say this, but is fake. You will be bombarded with images of people who are just comfortable in their skin, who have acknowledged, who have accepted it, and who are just influencing body positivity. And that is of utmost importance. The more you come across people who are positive, body positive, the more you become comfortable in your own skin. People who fat shame, who body shame, who skinny shame, all these bullies out there in the real world, they are harder on themselves than they are on you. So if you think this person's a bully, you have to feel sorry for this person, because when this person goes back home, everything he looked at you and thought was a flaw, he's looking at himself and blaming and cursing and critiquing himself much more. These people need help. These are not normal people. Every time you criticize somebody, just watch your behavior. It comes from a place where you don't like that particular quality, the particular feature in your own self. So don't become this person who critiques himself so much that this hatred, this bitterness is just projected onto people around you, and you're going to keep hurting people around you. That is not cool. So start by loving yourself, building your confidence, and let this quarantine be a time for us to really heal. Not just as a phrase. I'm not preaching. I'm just saying it's possible. And if it's going to help you in some way, then why not? Give it a shot. Okay, so health is one thing. Critiquing your body and saying I need to get to a certain place because I will look better, I'm going to look prettier, this is never going to happen, because if you are thinner, you will still find faults and flaws within yourself, because you're not happy with your body, you're not happy with yourself. So this is a never-ending circle. You're going to keep trying to do something to yourself to attain that perfect ideal shape, that ideal form, that ideal person. This is not going to happen. Health, on the other hand, is a goal that is achievable, in the sense that if you are working out to shed a few kilos, thinking that you will have a better lifestyle, thinking that your body will feel better, then of course there's no better time than now, because quarantine gives you the time, and at the same time we are going through this phase where we know what health really means to us. So of course, get fit because you want to be healthy. That is a goal that you need to reach. Do whatever you have to attain a healthy body. And when you become comfortable in your own skin, then what happens is that positivity, that confidence exudes, and somebody else gets enriched by that and starts living their life more confidently, because you allowed them to do so, because you were inspirational in doing so. When I was going through some beauty quotes, I saw a lot of them inclining to the fact that you are not your body, you're not your skin color, you're not this, you're not that, you are your soul. And while that holds true, there's something else that you all need to know. Do not disassociate with what makes you you, with the beauty, with your legacy, with everything that you are on the outside. That's what makes you you. You are your body. You are your skin color. You are everything on the outside and much, much more. And no one can take that away from you. You are unique, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous. And if somebody makes you believe that you are not that, shut them out. You don't need that negativity in your life. And you get to dictate your terms of beauty. This was all that I had to say. And I hope it has helped you in some way. If it has, please write in the comments below, and I hope we can build each other up. This is a very long video. A long time ago, I had performed something on body positivity and beauty in general, and I hope to bring that to you in the next part. So if you like this, stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in.